Hello there. Hey guys, how's it going? Tel here. Welcome back to the channel. Now today on the channel, as you can see from the thumbnail above, we are talking all things Obi-Wan Kenobi, the brand new TV show out now on Disney+. So today on the channel, we're going to be talking about episode 1 and 2, and there will be some spoiler chat in here. So if you've not seen it yet, I do recommend you go and watch episode 1 and 2 before you watch today's video. So let's get straight into it, guys. I've actually got the Kenobi trailer playing right now on my phone for some reason, so it's going off right now. But yeah, thankfully you can't hear that right now. So let's start off with what I liked about it. And the first thing you do see in episode 1, what I was going to say was the Inquisitors, but you actually don't. The first thing you see is Order 66. Now, Order 66 gives me chills every single time I see it, and that was no different. As soon as it started with Order 66, I was like completely silent. I was like, I need to completely focus here. Kept my eyes open for Grogu. Thought there might be a small chance of seeing Grogu, but seeing Grogu that early on would have been very, very strange. And but yeah, Order 66 happened very early on, and I'm sure we're going to get more future flashbacks of Order 66 and hopefully give us a few more details about what actually happened. We might see Anakin slaying some Jedi, some younglings maybe, so we will see. But the Order 66 scene was really, really cool. And the initial theory that has come out already, that REVA, one of the Inquisitors, was one of the young Jedis in the Jedi Temple, and then of course she turned to become an Inquisitor. As we do find out, Inquisitors were former Jedi, so there are a few reasons why REVA become an Inquisitor. Now, another thing I really did like about the show was the Inquisitors. So we've got the Grand Inquisitor, we've got REVA, the third sister, and we've got the fifth brother. Now, I really do like the Grand Inquisitor, and I do think it was really good casting. Rupert Friend, Rupert Friend really did steal the show with the Kenobi trailer. You know, the key to hunting Jedi. It sounded really, really like creepy, and I loved it. And the way it came out in the show was a lot more casual and calmer. But yeah, I really do like the Grand Inquisitor so far, and the fifth brother. I thought the fifth brother was really cool, and he was kind of scary as well in a way. Like, you don't really know how powerful he is. But with REVA is of course the reckless one, and we've seen her do things her own way. I feel like we've seen that kind of thing in shows before. I'm sure REVA is going to have her story up throughout the episodes, and we will see. So yeah, I really did like the Inquisitors. I really did like Order 66. And another thing, this could be a big spoiler now, so final warning if you haven't watched it yet. I really did like the casting for young Leia. Now, that was a really, really nice touch. And it was almost like, oh yeah, I forgot all about Leia, because it felt like from the trailer, Obi-Wan Kenobi's full responsibility was making sure Luke's safe, and then I don't know, you kind of just forgot about the Organas and Leia, and to bring Leia into it was a really nice touch. So the casting for Leia was great, and I really did like her sassiness. So yeah, Leia was a really cool casting, and I'm really excited to see what happens with her in the next few episodes as well. So yeah, that's what I did like. And another thing I did like, it kind of relates to Leia as well, was the emphasis on the 10 years. I've had a few people, I've had a few friends of mine actually moan about, oh, Leia should have been casted as a 12 to 13 year old. And yeah, I've had a few people just moaning about the show. But I've loved the emphasis on 10 years. Leia's 10 years old, so they emphasised it, yeah. And people are moaning, there's been a bit of moaning about Kenobi, and like, how he's like almost given up, a bit like how Luke Skywalker did in The Last Jedi. But yeah, but it's been 10 years, 10 whole years. You know, Kenobi's been in exile, he's got no friends. Like, you know, it's a real tragedy now, and not only a tragedy of Anakin Skywalker turning into Darth Vader, it's a tragedy of Obi-Wan Kenobi, how much Obi-Wan Kenobi has actually lost. You know, he used to be in the Jedi Temple with Mace Windu, Yoda. He's lost Qui-Gon. You know, he was bringing up Anakin Skywalker, you know, he's like a brother to him. He's lost Anakin, and he not only lost Anakin, he had to fight Anakin, and then he watched Anakin burn. And there's been so much tragedy with Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. So yeah, there's no surprise why Obi-Wan Kenobi is like defeated right now. So, and it's been like I said, it's been 10 years. So he's not even tried to be a Jedi in the last 10 years. He's just been in exile, hiding. So you can really see why he's like this. So for people to say, oh, you should just pick up the lightsaber, use the Force again, and it don't really work like that, you know. Time changes a lot. But yeah, like I said, I really do love the emphasis on the 10 years, and I think it's going to link up really well between the Kenobi series and A New Hope. Now let's move on to some of the things that I didn't like. Now I'm going to start with REVA. If you just type in REVA on Twitter, there's going to be loads of opinions on her, and unfortunately I am in the same boat. I just feel like this story arc is so blatant right now. It's almost like it's going to be a lose-lose situation with the show, unless it's a big surprise what's going to happen. So it looks like REVA was a youngling at the Jedi Temple, and she's obsessed with Kenobi. Now she's obsessed with Kenobi because either one, she wants to kill or capture Kenobi to impress Lord Vader. So that's one theory, and another theory is that REVA is obsessed with capturing Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's because she's so angry with him that he didn't turn up at the Jedi Temple when Darth Vader was, you know, killing all the Jedi. So I feel like she may want a bit of revenge for him not helping out when he could have. But obviously, there's a bigger story out there. So yeah, REVA's a really tricky one right now. It feels like she's just trying to do her own thing. And every time REVA gets some screen time, I feel like it's a waste of time because, like, everyone wants to see Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker. Everyone wants to see Obi-Wan Kenobi. And everyone's hoping to see some special cameos. You know, maybe what happens to Mace Windu, what happens to Grogu. You know, people want to see something new. But REVA, I don't know anyone that actually cares about REVA right now. And yeah, her arc just feels like a waste of time. And the perfect example of that is when she comes to Tatooine and starts teasing Uncle Owen. But we know Uncle Owen survives. We see him in A New Hope. So, like, we knew he wasn't going to die no matter what happened, even though she held the lightsaber right to his throat. Like, he wasn't going to die. It just felt like a complete waste of time and a waste of a scene. And maybe it was a way of showing that she was intimidating. But she done that already when she cut off one of the civilians' hands and she said, "Oh, this is how you're going. Every time you look at your hand, you're going to think of us." Like, that was a good enough example. So teasing Uncle Owen and like interrogating him, it just felt a bit like, what's the point? Because we know what happens to Uncle Owen, and we know, yeah, I don't know. So that every time REVA does come on screen, I just wish it was another character. I wish it was Obi-Wan, or I wish it was Darth Vader. So there we are, guys. That is my initial thoughts on the Kenobi TV show, the good and the bad. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see where the show goes from here. I think a few of you will try and work out what's going to happen next. For me, it does resemble a bit of The Walking Dead and Rick Grimes. It reminds me of when Rick Grimes was defeated and working for Negan, and everything Rick Grimes salvaged, he had to give most of it to Negan, and you know, he was just completely defeated, and yeah, eventually he'd come back. And I feel like the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show is going to be a bit similar to that as well. Of course, we did see Obi-Wan Kenobi get on the ship to go and find Leia. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Let's have a look at some of the reactions I've got on Instagram. So the first one we got was Ryan Milkey, a regular on the channel. He said he's not seen it yet, but he plans to watch it this week. Coombs, he said, absolute Star Wars bliss. Such a good story so far with a lot of potential. Joe Thwaite says, amazing story so far. It makes so much more sense now for Leia to name her son Ben. And that's a good point. So this is a good opportunity for us to see the relationship between Ben Kenobi and Princess Leia. So really good point there by Joe. And Tatooine Pop said, hyped from the recap. Loved the story so far. He loved how the story pulled away from Luke to save Leia. And like I said, yeah, I completely forgot about it as well. But yeah, the recap was amazing. I actually watched the extras on Disney Plus first, and it had the recap on there. So I watched the recap on the extras, and then the recap almost come on automatically before episode 1. But yeah, the recap just gave me chills. So thank you for those that did get involved, and thank you if you have watched today's video. If you haven't let me know your thoughts, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm really excited to hear your guys' thoughts so far and any theories you've got. Apparently the ending has been leaked online, and people are not happy about how it ends. So that will be interesting. I've not looked at it at all, because even if I find out what the potential ending is, I really don't want to know. So I'll look at that video after the Kenobi series is finished. So yeah, we will see. I will be back here next week for another recap on episode 3, which should be a good one if you saw the ending of Kenobi episode 2. So guys, thank you for watching as always. I hope you are enjoying the Kenobi content I am bringing to the channel. Until then guys, may the Force be with you, and I'll see you back here soon next week for a brand new video. See you then.